Good morning, and as you can see, it is a very cold morning. You can see my breath quite well. So right now I've got my torpedo heater going. Hopefully I can get it to really warm up the garage for me, so I'm not working in 20 degrees. The temperature is dropping rapidly outside, so I want to make sure that I can get this done and be over with it. So first thing I want to actually start with is checking the engine start system. I do have the Kubota in neutral. I also have my PTO off, and my brake pedal is set, or the parking brake is, yes, the parking brake is set. There we go. Okay. So anyway, the first thing it tells you is to push on the gas, and the tractor should not start. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so first test passed. So that safety feature is working how it should, because if you have it with the gas, it shouldn't turn over. The next one is putting the PTO into drive, like, you know, you were going to do your snow throwers or whatever implements, whether it's mower, whatever it is. So I do have the PTO on, and again, same thing, you're going to turn the key to make sure that the tractor does not start. Okay, so the tractor did not start, so that's good. So I'm going to take the PTO and put it back to off, and then the next thing you're supposed to do is, so I needed to make sure that I cleared everything in front of my snow thrower. That's all I need, is that kind of an accident. Okay, so put you there. So with this one, what it wants you to do is it wants you to turn on the tractor, release the parking brake, put your PTO in drive, start the tractor, lift up my snow thrower just a bit, put it in drive, and then get off of the seat. Okay, so it worked the way it was supposed to. With your PTO engaged, as soon as your butt gets off the seat, your tractor should shut off within a second, like it did with mine. You leave the tractor in neutral, so you don't have to put that in drive. All you have to do is put your foot on the brake to start the tractor, obviously, because it won't start otherwise. So start the tractor, and then put your PTO in drive, get your butt and your weight off the seat, and then your tractor should cut. And so that's the end of the checking your systems for the Kubota for the 50-hour. All right, so let's get started with the 50-hour maintenance. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull this forward. Whoosh. Lift this up. Oh, awesome. It's raining. There we go. I'm going to take this up and off. There we go. When you're, I'm assuming most of you know how to do this already, but this is your oil dipstick, and then this is where you're going to fill it in here. And then let's get started to get underneath. Alrighty, so first thing I'm going to do is remove the bolts under here that are back here. So to do your oil change, you've actually got two bolts back here. You've got this one and this one. I have already measured it out, and it's an 11/16 socket, and I do have an extender on a socket that I'll actually be putting on my torque wrench as well. So there is that. And then looking at, so this is the right side of the tractor, and just to let you know, this is not your oil filter. This is your fuel filter. The oil filter is actually, should come around here. this is your oil filter. And with this, you need to make sure that you don't have any oil dripping on your wire harnesses. So just be mindful of that. So let's go ahead and get the oil started. Let's get it drained. I'm gonna use the other side here. Working around this drive line is a pain in the ass. There we go. So I've got both nuts loosened. The oil flowing. Oop. I knew I was gonna do that. All right. Now let's get the other side done. So we will let that do its thing. Okay, now I put the oil. So just in case, because I'm still dripping just a little bit of oil, but it's not a lot. I did bring some paper towels because what the manual says is not to let the oil drip on your wiring harness. Now, if you don't have a block heater, you're not going to have this. This is because I have an engine warmer block heater. Just because it gets so cold here that we need it, to help with the blow plug. So I'll just tuck that away and go ahead and get this started. So I do have oil filter. There we go. My suggestion is getting one of these. So this guy actually seems to be doing pretty good. So this is Hyper Tough. It's something I got from Walmart. It's one of their cheapy things, but I actually have 3 different sets just because of all the vehicles I've had, it's all been different. Yeah, don't get it on your wiring harness. That's obviously not going to happen. I'm going to let this drain a little bit. I'm just holding back the wiring harness. I know you can probably take it off at this point, but it'll only pull this back. You've still got all these other ones down here, and I just don't want to take them all apart to have to put them all back on. It's a little bit of laziness on my part. Alright. So let's get these plugs back in. Got one. And just to let you know, there are lock washers on these. So make sure that when you're putting these back on, that both your lock washers are on your bolts. Alright, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my filter. I've already cleaned off most of my mess, my oil mess on the harness, so that should be good. And then what I'll do is I'll take the oil and I'm going to pour a little bit in there. And I don't care if it makes a mess because you want to put oil around the seal. You just don't want to have it leak on the outside like mine's doing. Otherwise you can't tighten it because you can't get grip because it's too slick. So now we'll go ahead and put the filter on. And if you're ever nervous about if it's threading right, don't ever force it. So because I am a wuss, I don't have brute strength in my hands. I'm just making sure that so what it tells you is to tighten it all the way down and then only turn it a half more. I can't get it tightened down because my hands are slipping. But yeah, so that's what it tells you is to tighten it all the way down and then only do like a half turn. It is better to have it not cinched all the way and have it leak, and then you know to tighten it more than to have it too tight, because then that'll create other issues. All right, so. Okay, so that should be good. And well, we will definitely see if I have that on there tight enough. Okay. For looking at it, the oil's gonna go right here. So I'm gonna take that off. And I got this nifty little funnel. This guy right here. So the one thing I absolutely love about this funnel specifically is that it's capped at both ends. So you don't have to worry about dust and dirt and God knows whatever else getting into your funnels. So that's what I really like about this funnel. And then because it's corrugated here, you can actually sit there, put it in, and you won't make a mess. Looks like maple syrup. All right, so I did buy the smaller quarts of engine oil as well. And then after I get the hydraulics done, I will run the tractor and check the oil again. And when I do any oil changes on any of my stuff, I go with the rule of thumb that it's always best to not put enough oil in than to put too much oil in. Because with less, you can always, it's easier to add more. However, to take oil out, you have to go through the whole process again. So I am right in between the lines, so I'm perfect. For right now, anyway, you know, before it starts to run. So get all the hair off of there. I think I'm shedding. Okay. All right. Perfecto. Awesome. All right. So now we're into our final stretch of doing our 50-hour maintenance. So just so you guys can see this, so the pump that I got for the hydraulic fluid, it fits snugly. So you don't have to worry about putting back on the lid to your hydraulic pail. It's on there. So the really cool thing about it, it comes with about a 4-foot hose. And then there's a little thing on the back here. Let's see if I can prop it up. I just pulled out this rubber bushing. But anyways, the hosing sits right in there. So what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to get this primed And as you can see, oh, I got a crimp right there. I don't like that. There we go. Pumps quite well, so awesome, fantastic. That makes me happy. So now that I've gotten this taken care of, is take out the transmission filter. So I will show you where that is. The transmission filter on the right side of the tractor is going to be right here. This guy right here. So I will go ahead and take him off, and I am going to put this underneath just in case, because knowing my luck, I will make a mess. Let's see. Handy dandy little thing can, boy. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, I need to get different leverage, I guess. All right, so I am totally a wuss that I can't break this thing free. I have all the tools. I have the tools to do it. Do I have the strength? I don't know. We'll find out. Fuck. Oh, God. Yep. It says that it is not, so in the manual, it says that it is not supposed to do this. It lied. It lied. All right, so I did line up this filter with the old one that I took off. So that is definitely something I suggest, is that you take off and you compare the filters, because to have, if it's an OEM part, it should be identical, and that one is. Okay, yuck. Yep. Okay, let's clean up some of my mess here. Okay, so that's hand tight for me. Like I said, if it leaks, I know to come back under here and tighten it. And then I actually watched this when it says to do it another half turn. So that's about a quarter. Yeah. Yeah, that's about all. It's about as tight as I'm gonna. There we go. Now, dun, 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 to the other side. Transmission, done. Transmission filter, done. And I'm a giant mess. Yeah, this is what I look like when I'm doing the filter changes, and that's why I put my hair in my hood, because I end up rolling over. All right, now the hydraulic filter we have is this guy right there. Might have some nice shiny hair by the end of it. Okay, you can do it. God, there we go. Well, let's make sure I've got it. That's all I need is a mess. More of a mess. Yeah, I figured. Ooh. Oh, awesome. And it landed on the towels. And in my hair. Oh, okay. So it does take a little bit of finagling with it to get it seated on there right. But as you can see, it's not coming off. So let me get some more paper towels. So because I'm pretty much going to be putting all brand new fluid in the tractor, it says for the first couple minutes, have it on medium idle. There you go. Ooh, that almost went in the bucket. That's all that one's gonna go on there. So, well, now I have to wipe up my mess. Right. So, last but not least, when replacing the fluid, it's actually gonna go back here in this. This just comes right up and off. And this is your dipstick to check it. And that is that. Now, I'll just stick my little guy here in there, as long as the hose doesn't kink. Just like that. And good chances are that came out. Yeah, I'd say I'm probably going to be putting almost 4 gallons back. And this is a 5-gallon bucket, so I'm glad I went this route.